This is a story about China and about a crackdown on its Christians. It's a story that's left families fractured.
My father is still in prison.
And drawn attention from the highest of places.
There's another gentleman, a pastor, would like to see him get out. I'm going to bring his name up.
It's a tale about one detained pastor.
Hallelujah!
Whose footsteps we have followed.
So we are going to head in.
To the site of his arrest and to the place where he was detained.
We're here to ask about one inmate.
Ezra Jin's story is a remarkable tale of defiance and deliverance. The most unlikely journey to freedom, now told on camera for the very first time. We're not starting this journey in China itself. Instead, this tale begins in a quiet American suburb.
It's pretty early in the morning. We're in a suburb of Washington, D.C., and we're off to meet a man at the centre of a really pretty remarkable story. He's a guy who, up until just a few weeks ago, was in a Chinese jail.
This home, this family, are at the centre of a saga that can feel barely believable.
Hi, Ezra.
Yes, good to see you. Yes,
Thank you for having us.
This is Pastor Jin Mingru, also known as Ezra Jin.
Must be a strange time for you.
Just 3 weeks ago, he was a prisoner.
Like a princess?
Charged with crimes connected to the Christian church he runs.
Say hi, baby.
Yes.
Today, against all the odds, he is at his daughter's home in America.
What is that, baby?
An ordinary family scene with extraordinary significance. It is fleetingly rare for China to release a so-called prisoner of conscience. Even more rare for them to feel able to talk. We are the first journalists to sit down with him in person. This is the first time he's told his story to a camera. What he has to say matters because this is the context. A wider crackdown on Christians. Across China, raids and detentions have targeted underground churches. These movements tend to worship online.
Hallelujah!
And don't want to submit to strict state controls. They are officially banned. This is a story we've followed for months, to the sites of key churches and clampdowns. It's a story that has led us to Pastor Ezra Jin. This is him in happier, healthier times. He's the founder and leader of Zion Church, an underground Protestant movement. Long the subject of official attention. In October, he was arrested and jailed.
Does Lala love you, Betty? Yes.
We first met his family earlier this year, back in May. Then his daughter Grace could only tell her children about the grandfather they had never met.
Do you know which one's mommy's daddy?
This was our first introduction to him and his church.
He's just a very kind person, but also a very complex person, I suppose. When you peel back just the warmth, like you get a deeply intellectual, deeply like serious type of a thought leader, and he cares so much about his faith. He cares so much about China and the people around him.
She was then heavily pregnant and mourning the things that he'd missed.
We were able to tell him about the baby right before the detention. And so we're really grateful for that. But of the 7-8 months that I've been pregnant, As the baby grows inside me, my father is still in prison, and he serves as a role model for us all of like how to live our faith.
We wanted to investigate what happened to Pastor Jin, and so just a month before his sudden release, we followed in his footsteps all the way to the southern Chinese city of Beihai. It's a laid-back holiday town. In recent years, Jin moved his church here to escape the ire of Beijing. It's a place where he thought it could be safe. In the end, this place proved him wrong. We're nervous, and we have reason to be. We are the first journalists attempting to visit the place where Ezra Jin was arrested. At this moment, it is a highly sensitive thing to attempt.
We know that the apartment where Pastor Jin was living and working is really heavily surveilled now, but his community have invited us up. They want us to go up and take a look, but we're going to have to keep as low a profile as possible. So we're going to leave our big cameras behind. We're going to work just on these small ones. We're going to wear masks and hats to get in, to just try and avoid being detected for as long as we can.
It doesn't take us long to find the place. Jin lived here with his elderly mother-in-law.
This is the compound, okay. I reckon that's him up there, okay.
We've been told a family friend will meet us at the gate.
All right, so we are gonna head in. Are we all ready, guys?
We keep our cameras down.
你好, Dr. Chen?
We walk in silence.
Huh? Yes, wait, wait to go inside.
He gestures that the lifts here are bugged.
这是金木的家，这是那个
Inside, Dr. Chen shows us around.
Okay.
金木的卧室。
This was Ezra Jin's room?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
The place is peaceful, no signs of the upheaval it saw. The other person here is Jin's mother-in-law.
This is... So who is this? This Pastor Jin? Jinmu. And this is your daughter?
She doesn't want to be interviewed, but she does want to show us her family in happier times. Across the hall, a study and a library.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Oh, there's a real proper library.
A space to meet and to think. Dr. Chen was here when the police came.
就在这栋楼，这栋楼抓的就是，当天晚上的警察是在负一楼和一楼很多，然后呢，就是照着名单抓的，然后就在他家，然后呢，然后把他领到这个房间，这里边有很多自己就是印的那些书都后来就全部收走了。
He was also taken but released the next day. Their target, he says, was clear.
抓过去主要是询问主要相金牧师相关的一些金牧师做的什么，金牧师他有没有跟这个敬拜有没有二维码，有没有收钱。真的耶稣基督是唯一的头的话，这是一个比较困难的。
Thank you so much.
They have taken a significant risk by inviting us here. They insisted it was something they wanted. For their safety and ours, we stay only 15 minutes. We felt the tension they live with. We had one more stop in this town. The prison where Jin and his colleagues were held. There were 18 of them here when we visited. It was hard to know what was happening inside. We wanted at least to ask.
Hello. We are foreign journalists. We're here to ask about one inmate.
Yeah, we're here to ask whether Pastor Ezra Jin is in this detention center.
下班了，休息了。
His family are worried about his health.
We want to ask how he's doing.
We were waved away, none the wiser. Back in America, we now have a first-hand account of what it was like. A former Chinese inmate talking about their time in prison is incredibly rare. But Ezra Jin is free, and he wants to tell the world what happened.
看守所的情况呢，当然是 从来没有经历过的事啊，就是非常非常艰难了。我们一般将近30个人睡在一个大床铺啊，小板凳里面待着，然后所有的就是时间全部都规定好了。你走路也得举手才能走路，不举手走路的话就受到惩罚有很多啊。
He was ultimately charged with illegal business operations. He says he was under constant pressure to confess, claims we've put to the authorities and that have gone unanswered.
他呢，就是要说服，但是你得考虑一下你的同事们。真的，这次抓的人里边有一些人是有家的人，你这么不认罪啊，牵连到他们。哎呦，我里边真是特别的，就是动摇啊。将近1个月没见我的律师，然后就马上给家人写个信，就是第一个，我不会认罪，第二个，我不会自杀。
Can you just talk me through what happened when that release came? How did it all play out?
突然就管教来叫我，金明日赶紧出来！我以为是平常的什么审讯呢，所以出去，你就收拾你的东西。那个警车经过了我的小区的时候，他也没停下来。哎呦，我就说那不是回家呀。然后我就到了那个高铁站，一个车厢全都是包了，就是他们都是警察，有至少20-30个人嘛，都是便衣。有一个负责人就是金牧师啊，你知道你去哪儿吗？我说我不知道，可能到隐秘的地方吧。他就说你往好处想吧。我说我不敢想。
In fact, he was being taken to the airport, told that while his crimes had been established, he would not face prosecution. He boarded a plane and flew to America.
就是我出来以后就看到孩子们、妻子，还有那个小 baby 刚刚1个月的，就我想象不了，这再好也，我在里边想到的最乐观、最好的，也没有这种故事。我是一个普通的中国家庭教会的牧师，但是为了拯救这样的人，我不知道的很远的教会，他们都出来，信徒们都出来说，我们声援金牧师锡安教会，我感觉到特别的蒙福，所以特别的谢谢所有的人。
For Grace and her husband Bill, retaining a semblance of normality has not been easy.
What are you doing?
They had 2 days' warning that he might be released, but they dared not believe it until he was here.
For the longest, I was like, are you sure they got him? Like, they didn't just switch another person and pretended that it was my dad?
They told us it's very delicate. Trying to get people out of China, you really can't say it's certain until it's wheels up. And then Grace heard that it's a Chinese plane, and she's like, well, we really can't be certain until it's real wheels down. So it was unbelievable.
And are you able to tell me about the reunion moment? It must have been incredibly special.
When he first walked in, I literally didn't recognize him. He looked a lot thinner. Somehow he looked even a little bit shorter than I imagined. I just didn't recognize his eyes almost. And so it took me a couple moments to realize that, oh, this is my dad. But I mean, again, it's just such a miracle too.
China. We respect China.
So how has this highly unusual release come to pass?
Yeah, I'll be going to China in a little while. There's another gentleman, a pastor, would like to see him get out. I'm going to bring his name up.
Well, there seems to be one clear reason. A personal plea from a president to a president.
Did you bring up with President Xi and the political prisoners in China?
I think he's giving very serious consideration to the past Xi.
我是通过新闻联播看到的啊，他们说什么话的我都不可能知道，特别的感动。
There is universal agreement here amongst officials and observers that this case is really pretty unprecedented in recent times. It could only have been agreed at the highest level. But what feels strange is that despite what feels like a real coup of diplomacy, the American government, the American president have been completely silent about it. No one's claiming any credit. And that raises a whole range of questions about why. What was agreed? What might have been promised in return? And crucially, what does the whole thing say about China? It is a system that remains dogged in its pursuit of control, that is deeply suspicious of groups that are different, and that is unlikely to change.
For those who watch China's strategy closely, it feels there must be more to it.
It'd be unusual that China was doing it for simply altruistic reasons. What they hope to get in return for it, beyond a measure of goodwill, does it translate into regarding tariffs or Taiwan or technology? Remains to be seen. But as long as Xi Jinping is president and head of the Communist Party in China, we're not going to see a relaxation of religious policy, whether it's to Christians or Muslims or Tibetan Buddhists.
And that is a painful thought for many, because there are many still behind bars. These faces are just those from Pastor Jin's church. People like Pastor Wong Kong, arrested in front of her then 3-year-old daughter. Pastor Wong Lin, whose family have since fled abroad. And Pastor Ying Hui Bin, who was arrested alongside his wife, although she has since been bailed. And so we have a final stop on this journey, and it is to the western Chinese city of Chengdu. It is a metropolis, a hub of lives being lived as normal, but it is also a home to some of the families fractured.
在我快生产的时候，他给我寄来的。他说：“婷婷，平安，愿主的脸继续光照你，孩子与爸妈。我也因听到你的力量而受安慰，期待早日相见。告诉卓一，爸爸想他。告诉爸妈注意身体。爱你的莫成雷。”但我仍然到现在读信的时候也会热泪盈眶。对，这个是在我生产前的。
A few irregular letters is all the contact Ting Ting now has with her husband. Pastor Lin Shucheng was arrested here at their home and is charged with fraud.
害羞了。
In the 9 months he's been in prison, she has given birth to their 3rd child alone. There is a fragility to her life and her hope.
这我们真的是没有罪，我们是没有做任何危害社会、危害他人的人，去让他们能够睁眼去看看他们所关的都是什么样的一个人群。对，因为他们关的几位人就是几个代家庭。
It clearly all weighs heavily on Pastor Ezra Jin that he got so lucky while others did not. He is here to talk about his story, but he's also here to talk about China and the ways he hopes it can change.
我们初步的估计还有100多位牧者还在这个监狱里啊。除了这些牧师之外，还有好多其他的信仰群体，还有一些良心犯。千万不要认为我一个人释放好像是 happy ending。
But are Chinese Christians still living in a lot of fear? Are people still quite worried?
教案也非常频繁的发生，很多的教会的信徒也是很恐惧。官员就是很理直气壮的说：“今天我要看共产党厉害还是你们的上帝厉害。”这种意识形态的冲突来，他们处理问题的，那么就是教案就越来越频繁。
And what is your message for President Xi Jinping? What do you think he should or could do now in relation to churches like yours?
中国问题啊，需要最高领导人英明的做出决定。有的人就是说，习能改变吗？习会做这样的事情吗？他能做吗？这个我不知道。但是有一点很重要，有一天，我是真的坚信。中国家庭教会会合法化，因为这是好，从某种意义上对政府好，对社会好，对共产党也好。
This is baby Ezra. He's named after his grandpa, Pastor Ezra Jin.
Grace took these videos for us when her baby was just a few days old, and things still felt very bleak.
We are really grateful that we have this bundle of joy in this season of difficulties.
She could barely have imagined then how soon baby Ezra would meet with his namesake.
所以每天这样看的时候，都抱着的时候也都特别的感恩，特别感恩。就是我觉得现在我死也是我是没有遗憾的，我没有什么遗憾，我特别的高兴。
China has not commented on the release of Pastor Jin. It says all cases will be handled in accordance with the law.
Finish, you know.
It insists that religion is free and protected and rejects what it calls foreign interference. For this family, this feels like a miracle. But there are many others still waiting for theirs.